Hello and welcome to my channel. It's a friend Fabulous, and today I have something very important for you guys, and it is the difference between incorporated trustees and private company limited by guarantee. Before I get into what I have for you guys, please subscribe if you've not. Turn on the notification bell so that you get notification whenever I release my videos. Okay, like this video, it actually help algorithm wise, and also drop comment. Okay, so let me get into what I have for you guys today. Right, incorporated trustees. There's actually a thin difference between incorporated trustees and private company limited by guarantee. Both of them, as you know, are for not are for charitable cause. They are for not-profit cause. Okay, and you have to understand when an organization has to be registered as as incorporated trustees or as private company limited by shares. So that is the essence of this video. So stay glued to the end so that you get the full gist. Okay, so incorporated trustee. What is incorporated trustee? Incorporated trustee is a type of NGO or an NGO formed under the protection of a set of people known as trustees. The NGO assets are placed under the trustee and confidence of these trustees for carrying out the aims and the objects of the company or the organization. So these trustees, they are the ones in charge, unlike private company limited by share, where you have directors, people that are in charge in managing their affairs, the running of the business of that company. In incorporated trustees, we have trustees. They are trustees. These are people, that are trusted, okay, and confidence of these trustees for carrying out the aims and the objectives of the company. Okay, the NGO assets are placed under their trust, and confidence, for carrying out, for managing, the aims and the objectives of the company. Okay, so let's define company limited by guarantee. Right, a company limited by guarantee has no share capital. That's one thing. Hence, there are no shareholders, unlike private company limited by share. Instead, the owners of the company are called guarantors. Apart from the fact it doesn't have share capital, it is for a charitable cause, unlike private company limited by shares that is for profit venture, is for profit making. Okay, so one thing that stands out here in company limited by guarantee, the profits of this organization are not distributed, they are not shared, they are not like given as dividends to the owners, to the guarantors. They are put back into the business to expand the work that the organization is doing, since it's a social good cause. Okay, so let's talk about the difference. What are the difference between incorporated trustees and private company limited by guarantee? During registration, okay, IT need 28 days compulsory newspaper publication before it can be registered. Okay, so when you have applied for consent code and you have been approved, you have to use that name, publish that name on 2 newspapers, so that people will see it. If anybody has any reason that the organization should not be registered, they will query it. Okay, so you need that to register an IT, but you don't need any newspaper publication to register a limited by guarantee. Okay, then another thing is IT is governed by its constitution. So their constitution, this is actually a technical part of registering an incorporated trustee. So it's not the usual constitution. Okay, there is the constitution that is issued after you have registered, based on what you provided, the information you provided. Okay, so but for company limited by guarantee, it is governed by memorandum and article of association, just like you have in private company limited by shares. Okay, in IT we have board of trustees, while in company limited by guarantee we have board of directors or guarantors. Okay, they are actually referred as guarantors. Okay, then in IT doesn't require attorney generals or federation consent to be registered, but private company limited by guarantee needs attorney general or federation consent to be registered. So after CAC have approved your consent code and before they give you final approval, they have to submit, your registration to Attorney General's office. They will query your registration and tell you to wait until they get back to you when your file has been returned to their office from the Attorney General of the Federation office. So this actually makes it takes more time. It takes more time than compared to IT. After the 28 days publication, you can process the remaining registration and it will be approved in 1 or 2 days. Okay, but company limited by guarantee, you have to wait until the Attorney General get back and CAC get back to you. Okay, and you will submit and wait for approval. Alright, sometimes it takes 1 month, sometimes it can be faster, sometimes it might take 2 months. It depends on the work on the table of the Attorney General. Alright, so IT, they are not allowed to venture into profit-making ventures. No, they are into social good, social projects, social development. They are into different kind of social good, be it health, be it food, maybe providing food to the hungry, and all that kind of social good project, or making sure providing education to a community, different kind of social good. Okay, that is what they do. All right, but for company limited by guarantee, they are allowed to venture into profit making, but the profits are not shared among the owners. Please note that these two form of business formation, they employ staffs and they pay their staffs, of course, from the money they raised either by fundraising or by donation. Especially for IT, they pay their staff. Then for company limited by guarantee, from the money they make from the business, they pay their staff. But the owners of the company, the key owners of the company, they don't share profits because they don't pay tax. So they are seen as an NGO, non-governmental organization and non-profit making organization. Okay, so that is why they don't pay tax. Okay, so let's talk about the similarities. Both requires ROG consent for registration. Both are also exempted from tax. No share capitals for both, unlike private company limited by shares. Both are for charitable cause and promotion of social agenda. You have to know that when these companies are closing up, the owners don't take the assets of the company. The assets of the companies are given to similar organizations that they share maybe similar objectives, aims and objectives with. So they are converted, they are given to this organization, okay, because they don't pay tax. All right, so let me go back and see if I can make 1 or 2 points before we call it a day. So another thing that I have to say here, if you want to register any of this business, please make sure you use an accredited agent, to avoid complication and unnecessary wasting of time, because you might get queries if you don't do them appropriately, file the registration appropriately. Okay, so make use of accredited agent so that if there's any query, it can easily be resolved, unlike personal account. So I recommend the use of an accredited agent for the registration of this organization. Okay, so thank you very much for staying till the end of this video. Please subscribe if you not like this video and drop a comment. You can suggest so that people will get to know more about IT and LTD/GTE. Thank you very much. I still remain your friend Fabulous. See you in my next video. Bye for now.